Good morning to one and all. I am V. John Reddy, Assistant Professor in the Department of Physics from Nalla Narasimha Reddy Engineering College. Today we are going to discuss about a small topic regarding the Schrodinger's time-independent wave equation. Okay, the de Broglie is given a theoretical explanation about the matter waves, and he was assigned the wavelength for the matter waves. Based on the de Broglie hypothesis, Davison, Germer and G.P. Thomson done the experimental evidence for the experiments on the matter waves, and they support the de Broglie hypothesis. But in the year of 1916, Schrödinger is assigned the wave equation for the matter waves. That wave equation is we are called the Schrödinger's wave equation. Okay, Schrödinger in the 1926 developed the wave equation for the moving particles. One of its forms can be delivered by the simply incorporating the de Broglie wavelength expression into the classical wave equation. If a particle of mass m moving with velocity v is associated with a group of waves, let phi be the wave function of the particle. Also, let us consider a simple form of progressing wave like the one respected by the following equation. Phi equals to a sine omega t minus kx, where psi equals to psi of x comma t, and a is the amplitude. As psi is the position and time with respect to position and time, and there is a psi, there is no physical meaning for the psi. Okay, differentiating psi partially with respect to x, dou psi by dou x equals to a cos omega t minus kx into, here is x term is only minus kx, that's why into minus k, that equals to, we can write minus ka cos omega t minus kx. Once again differentiate with respect to x, dou square psi by dou x square equals to minus k into a into minus sine omega t minus kx into minus k, that equals to minus k square a sine omega t kx. This term is psi. A sine omega t minus kx is a psi. Dou square psi by dou x square equals to minus k square psi. Okay, next. From equation 1, dou square psi by dou x square plus k square psi equals to 0, where k is a wave vector, and we know that k equals to 2 pi by lambda. K equals to 2 pi by lambda. Substitute that value in the equation 2, then we can get dou square psi by dou x square plus 4 pi square by lambda square psi equals to 0. Now we know that the lambda value from the de Broglie wave equation. Now we are incorporate de Broglie wavelength expression, lambda equals to h by mv. Lambda equals to h by mv. Substitute that one, we can get dou square psi by dou x square plus 4 pi square by h by mv whole square psi equals to 0. Dou square psi by dou x square plus 4 pi square mv whole square by h square psi equals to 0. mv. Okay, mv. Next, the total energy of the particle is the sum of its kinetic and potential energy. Kinetic energy is k and potential energy v, that is E equals to ke plus v. E minus v equals to kinetic energy. And we know that expression for the kinetic energy, half mv square. Kinetic energy equals to half mv square, that equals to, here we are multiply and divided with the m. Okay, m square v square means we can write that is mv whole square by 2m. Therefore mv whole square by 2m equals to E minus v. mv whole square equals to 2m into E minus v. mv whole square equals to 2m into E minus v. That is equation 7. Substitute equation 7 in 4. Then we can get dou square psi by dou x square plus 4 pi square into 2m into E minus v by h square psi equals to 0. Dou square psi by dou x square plus 8 pi square m e minus v by h square psi equals to 0. This is a Schrodinger's wave equation in one dimension. Okay, this can be written as simplify as h cut equals by using h cut equals to h by 2 pi. That can be written as dou square psi by dou x square plus this is 8 pi square by m 8 pi square by h square. That can be written as 2m by h cut square. This can be written as 2m by h cut square. Okay. Two m by h cut square. Okay, there is 2m by dou square psi by dou x square plus 2m into e minus v by h cut square psi equals to 0. This is one dimensional Schrodinger's time independent wave equation along the x-axis. Extending this equation for two dimensional, we can get dou square psi by dou x square plus dou square psi by dou y square plus 2m ev by h cut square. Okay, this is equation 10 is represents a two-dimensional one. Okay, next dou square psi by dou x, by extending this equation 10 into three dimensionals, or equation 9 into three dimensional, dou square psi by dou x square plus dou square psi by dou y square plus dou square psi by dou z square plus 2m into e minus v by h cut square psi equals to 0. That is, this is we are called the Schrodinger's time independent wave equation in three dimensionally, where psi equals to psi of x comma y comma z. Okay, this is the Schrodinger's time independent wave equation. This is the Schrodinger's time independent wave equation. Next, coming to the physical significance of wave function or Born interpretation of wave function. Psi is represented the wave function which explain the position of the particle and time. It does not have any direct physical significance. It does not, psi is does not having any physical meaning or physical significance, as it is observable quantity. In general, psi is a complex value wave function. According to the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, we can only know the probable value in the measurement. The probability cannot be negative. Okay. Hence, psi is represents a particle at the location around at x, y, z. Psi square represents the probability of finding particle at that region. Psi square is represents the probability of the finding particle at that region. Psi is, there is no meaning for the psi, but psi star psi or psi square is represents the probability of finding the particle at that region. Okay, or psi dv equals to 1, that is we are called the normalization equation. Okay, thank you.